One of the hottest cryptos right now is one called BEPRO. Now, obviously last week I talked about Chiliz and how I managed to get in very early on and 20 times my money on that. And today I wanted to talk about BEPRO because people have been asking me, is it the same sort of thing? Is this going to just go to the moon like Chiliz did? So I thought what we could do is take a look at what it is, how it works, what sort of catalysts could send it to the moon, and where do I think it's going and all stuff like that. So I'm going to make myself a bit smaller and we're going to take a look at the BEPRO website. So if you don't know, recently BEPRO has gone up 8 times. So if you put £1,000 in, right now you have 8,000. Its market cap went from about 8 million all the way up to 40 million. And this is in the last, the last few days, last week. So essentially what BEPRO is, it's involved in gaming. It claims to be the future of gaming, and you can start building games and all stuff like that through the platform. And they're looking at, working on side like gambling with games, because obviously gambling's a big industry, gaming's a big industry. And essentially what the catalyst is for BEPRO going to the moon would be that everybody realizes this software is great. You can do so much cool things on there. You can build anything as it claims, it's fast, all that sort of stuff. Basically, if their product is good enough, then BEPRO will continue to rise in price the more people use it, because you can see that stake your BEPRO to access the network. This basically means that you have to lock in X amount of BEPRO to be able to use their software and to access their software and to build games and all stuff like that. So once you stake it, it's locked in for X amount of days. It means you can't sell it. So essentially, by staking your crypto, the more people that stake their crypto in BEPRO to access and use the software, the more demand there's going to be for BEPRO, and there's going to be no selling pressure, which means that the price of it would just skyrocket. So essentially, if this really is the future of technology and building games and all stuff like that, then BEPRO has a really good future. My personal opinion, well, I don't really give personal opinions, to be honest. I try to keep it very neutral and balanced. I physically do not have any cash free at the moment to even think about investing in BEPRO. The biggest rule is, never invest more than you can afford to lose. Right now, I've got my portfolio. I can't afford to lose much of the money that's not invested. So I'm going to stay away for now. I'm definitely going to monitor it. And remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do anything I say because I'm doing it or anything like that. Read the disclaimer below. So yeah, I think it's a great concept. I really, really do feel like it's a great concept, incorporating the DeFi side of things with the ability to bet and predict markets. It's a very good concept. It's very tempting. You could take a look at the price predictions as well, and 1 year forecast up to 0.06. 5-year forecast 0.274, but obviously this is just some very basic website. And so currently we can see here that this is the BEPRO chart. So on the 12th of March, which is like 4 days ago, if we draw in an info line, we can see they were trading at like around 0.007. They've gone up to highs of 0.0047, which is basically around about a 7 times increase. A 7 times increase exactly would be 0.049. So we can see that they've gone up quite a lot in the recent weeks. If we get an angle on this, we can see that from the start of the rally to the peak, it's roughly a 55% increase. They seem to be, if we take a look at the 1 day chart, they seem to have fizzled out, popped, at 0.047. And they're kind of pulling back a bit, trying to find that consistency. Reminds me of exactly what Chiliz did when they reached this all-time new high by going up tenfold. They pulled back and then they continued to shoot up. Chiliz did. However, the pattern here, it could be the same sort of thing. You just don't know. But what I'm saying is that this sort of pullback before an explosion is not uncommon. However, this sort of pullback and then continued downtrend before is also not uncommon. So you just don't know what way it's going to go currently. It could take on either the first yellow line or the second yellow line. You could look for a triple bottom here. However, there's no real signs of a triple bottom. A triple bottom would be, up, down, up, down, up, down, and on the third time it hits this bottom line, it would shoot off. So the resistance, it's kind of hard to identify any clear resistance levels at the moment. That's why I'm also staying away. But we can see the actual movement, even if you just had a trading bot and was capitalizing on this sort of huge margins of profit and loss. You could, like what some people do, they have these bots and they take buy at the yellow line, sell at the red line, buy at the yellow line, sell at the red line. And if that's a way to capitalize on a triple bottom or stuff like that. But you guys know the way I like to invest is investing in concepts. I believe that the best way to invest in crypto, a space that could either catapult everything to the moon or collapse, is to invest in a product or service that is fundamentally good, unique, one that's going to be around for years to come, not just getting on board with a pump and dump or stuff like that. That's not the way to do it. BEPRO, their concept seems good. I don't know about competition. I haven't researched it loads and loads. But I think, for me, it's definitely one to monitor. As I was saying, can't afford to invest right now. But, if it pulls back to certain levels, I'd be very, very keen on looking at it. A year to date, we can see that, the actual growth of crypto itself has been crazy. So yeah, hopefully that helps you with a bit of an analysis about BEPRO. The prediction for it, I'm not involved in any prediction. I honestly have no clue about it, but it's going strong. The volatility is crazy. Crypto is crazy. I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you again very soon.